We have returned to the Weapon X facility looking for the infamous serial killer, Arkady Grigorovich Rosovich. You may know him as Omega Red, but I'm catching up with him, and my animal instincts let me know that I think I'm catching up with him tonight. So we're discussing that. Also discussing this confusion of this Lady Deathstrike event. Another one of our Weapon X members. Yes, does her event end in 3 days? Does her event end in 5 days? We got some clarity that we're providing in this video. Also some clarification on the latest that we know on these Silver Surfer milestones. Are they ending? Are these the final ones? We're discussing that in this video. And if you're ready for it, find that like button and let's go smash it. All right, and big shout out to you for smashing it, but let's get right into this info on this Red Death event. He is returning, Omega Red. Yes, we've been looking for him for a while, but this is going to be our first chance in just a few short hours to recruit the legendary leader of the Weapon X team. I don't remember him as the leader, but yes, he is arriving tonight. So if you have your Secret Avengers at 5 stars, along with Nick Fury and Winter Soldier, you could get the unlock. If you have 6 stars, along with some ISO 8 and some gear, you can recruit them. You can recruit them at higher levels tonight. But that is arriving tonight. Let me know your thoughts on Omega Red, war offense character, maybe with some viability in arena. I don't know what his viability is going to be in the raids because he has that mutant tag. Doc Ock, the release seems very similar to me. A character that's supposed to be for war offense, but maybe has some viability outside of that. The big thing separating Omega Red and Doc Ock, not their tentacles, no. It is that tech tag that Doc Ock has that Omega Red does not have, which makes me question his raid viability. But yes, should be a very good war offense character and should be a good backup character in case maybe you did not unlock some of these Infinity Watch characters earlier. I guess you could use them to maybe look for some hybrid teams on war on arena. But yeah, I'm not sure what his viability is gonna be. I guess we're gonna see later this week. Let me know your thoughts before he arrives, though. Let me know in the comments. Let's get back to the rest of the questions. Okay, so when you get to the higher tiers of Blitz, example 8.3 and higher, the game pits you against characters at a higher level and high gear tier. Yes, this is exactly 100% correct. That would mean, though, if you built up a character pre-Surfer, there would be an increased chance you would be facing a stronger meta post-Surfer. Wouldn't that actually mean you hurt your progress at leveling up older characters? Seems backwards for a hero collector game thoughts. So the way, and this may be exactly correct, but the way that I understand is let's actually go in game because I think I can explain it a little easier there. All right, so here we are looking at an actual Blitz setup right now. And the way it works is the opponents that you face is based on actual teams that players used in Blitz. So if I use this Black Order, someone might face the same ValleyFlyin team with the same setup, and that will be their Blitz opponent. But the opponents are always going to be one higher than you. So as far as your gear tier, it's going to be a higher gear tier. So if for example, this Corvus Glaive right here is at gear tier 15, I believe. That means the opponent that matches the Corvus Glaive is going to be gear tier 16. The opponent that's matching this Proxima is also going to be at gear tier 16. Now, they both have 5 red stars. They're going to have opponents with 6 red stars. This Ebony Maw is going to have an opponent with 7 because he has 6. It's always going to go up 1. Thanos already has 7. There's not going to be another 7 there. So what we should see is 3 characters that have 7 red stars, 2 characters that have 6 red stars, because it's based on the team that you take in. It's also based on your opponent. So based on this question here, I would say that there's not a chance to face a stronger character, because while it will be based on the stats that you have on the team that you are currently using, so if you're using like a Silver Surfer, it would just go up 1 level, but it would be based on that Silver Surfer stats and not on whatever character you're using, like this Black Order. All pre-Silver Surfer characters, they don't have all those crazy stats, but if we look at this, we find opponent, we should see, boom, 1, 2, 3, and that's for this Thanos, that's for the Ebony Maw, and that's for this Corvus Glaive. We have 3 7 red star characters, and we have 2 6 red star characters. That's gonna be Corvus Glaive and Proxima. We have the Bishop and Thanos corresponding with that. Now, if we go for other matchups based on this, we should see the exact same setup. But again, it's not going to be based on the stats of, for example, let's say this was a Silver Surfer instead of Thanos. It's not going to be based on Thanos' stats. It's going to be based on the stats of this Taskmaster here, if that makes sense. So if we look at our other opponents, we'll see 3 7 red star characters, 2 6 red star characters, and we go with that for, again, 3 for these to match the Thanos, Ebony Maw, and Corvus Glaive, and we got 2 of these 6. And I think they look in the exact same order here. not sure if it always does that or if that's just in this example, but yeah. So I hope I made sense in that, but it's based on your roster and based a little bit on your opponent's roster, but I think the stats will be based on the character that you choose. So I don't think it would be a bad thing building up your other characters if you have a reason for it. I always say put resources into the characters. That's going to help you immediately. So if you're going to see an immediate benefit, maybe in some other game mode like a raid or war, I don't think you have to worry too much about it affecting your blitz. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully I explained that in a decent way that you guys can understand that. I know it gets a little confusing even when I was trying to explain it, but hopefully that helps. Your blitz based on a couple different things. So I don't think it will matter for this. All right. I'm thinking that I use my promo cards on either Scream or Nebula because I'm doing Doom 1 and I'm struggling with Bio, and she always the first to go down in war when I'm facing Hero for Hire. So I guess there was a comma here that's missing. All right. So when I'm facing Heroes for Hire in War, Nebula is the only one they go after. I want to know what you think of this. Also, should I build Weapon X even though I'm not getting Omega Red until his second run? I have all my Weapon X at Gear Tier 12, level 65, ability 6664. So as for your third question here, I think that is the easiest to answer. No, you should not be investing too much in your Weapon X unless you have a use for them right now. That 4-piece team, Wolverine, Sabretooth, Deathstrike, and Samurai, they work great as a 4-piece team, taking on a lot of the older meta characters. They even as a 4-piece, they even can punch up against the Black Order. So if you plan to build up for that, then yes, put some resources into Weapon X. If war is something that you're not really concerned with, then you don't really have a need to build up the rest of the Weapon X. They're a war team. You know, we might have some value, like I said, for Omega Red in some other game modes. We might have some value for Lady Deathstrike in some other game modes, but outside of that, they're primarily a war team. And all right, so Nebula, the first one they go after is always Nebula. And I guess the thing that's missing here is how many promo credits are we talking? Are they at three red stars and you're using 50 to get them up to 4? Are they at 4 and you're using 150 of those silvers to get them up to 5? Or are we talking as more serious investment with some actual gold promotion credits? If using those credits is going to help you on one way or the other, and the way I normally prioritize is Arena, then Raid. So if you're having trouble in Arena and you're not winning your mirror matches against Infinity Watch, Nebula is the one holding you back, then yes, I would definitely put those red stars in Nebula. If it's something else holding you back, maybe you're not killing the characters in the right order. Maybe there's a T4 that you could need or that you could use to balance the team off and win these mirror matches. If you could, as long as you win these mirror matches, I would say hold off on investing your red stars in Infinity Watch, especially because since this question was asked, we got the reveal of the Eternals. So maybe hold off. But if it's going to allow you to win some matches right now, then you could. But just be aware that the time of Infinity Watch in Arena is probably ending soon. As soon as both those Eternals get released, we're probably not going to see too many full Infinity Watch teams in Arena anymore. And then as far as Scream, I put some red stars in the Scream. I think my Scream is either 5 or 6 red stars right now. Let me actually go to the game and check right now. Actually, let me pull up my symbiotes for you. Let's go into the game here and just show you what I'm doing with my symbiotes right now, where all of them are. And I don't have a problem right now with Scream dying. He is at 5 red stars. He is at ISO 8 blue level 2. He's level 82. None of my symbiotes are level 85 right now, but that's where they're at. Doom 2.0 working pretty good. Not on a full auto yet, but you know, all very close to there. One-shotting the nose pretty much with this symbiote team. Hopefully that helps you make a determination. And then as far as my Infinity Watch, I'll pull that up for you as well. Just hopefully this helps you to look at where my Nebula and my Scream is. And hopefully that helps you to make a decision what, if any of these characters you would want to save. If you're not sure and you don't think there's going to be immediate benefit by buying those red star with those promotion credits, I would hold off on it, especially because we know that these Eternals are coming and the time of the Infinity Watch should be coming to a close very, very soon. All right, so hopefully that helps, brother. I didn't give you a solid answer because a lot of it is going to be based on the stars you're taking them up to, what content you're struggling with. Are you able to mirror match an Infinity Watch right now without problems, or is that matchup giving you problems? And I guess on some of it is that on how much you value war, because that Weapon X team, war offense is what you're going to be looking at for. So hopefully this helps you consider a few things, and hopefully it helps other people to consider a few things as well. But yeah, I know I didn't give you a solid answer, but it's going to be different for everybody based on where they are in the game. All right, Valley, I'm at a crossroads. There's superior quantum energy. Should I go for Nebula, gear 14 for my arena team? Or should I go for Ghost, gear tier 15 for my second Dark Dimension 4 run and my Doom Tech team moving forward? All right, so Ghost will help you in Dark Dimension 4. She, Sinister, and Emma can pretty much auto the unlimited nodes and the global lanes in Dark Dimension 4. So if that is a priority for you, then yes. I don't see a lot of value in the Doom Tech raids with her. Yes, she is one of my backup characters. You got the three main characters, the Doom, Kestrel, and Doc Ock. Those are your three main ones. And then you have a bunch of backups, which includes Nebula, which includes Ghost. It includes Minerva. It includes Shuri. For some people, it's going to include Ultron and may even include Misty Knight. But there's a bunch of backups. And we talked about Lady Deathstrike. She'll be in that backup section for tech as well. Now, as far as Nebula, I would go Nebula. Nebula's arena right now, there are those considerations that I talked about because the Eternals are coming. For that last question, if you're cool with what you're doing in arena right now, maybe if you're able to win those mirror matches, I would just say just hold off on your quantum energy, although you may have a large supply of it. You may have a large supply. You could do a couple characters. Nebula is one that I probably would take up. I started answering a question based on the promo credits, but yeah, quantum energy, I think you should get Nebula up to gear tier 15. Not really for arena, not really for Dark Dimension 4, but doing that for your arena. Excuse me, not for raids, not for Dark Dimension 4. You're doing that for arena though, so that's, I probably would lean towards Nebula based on what I've seen in the game and what Ghost actually does in Doom 2.0. So I would go Nebula with this question, but do be aware her time in the arena may be coming to a close very soon with Cersei and Icarus coming to Marvel Strike Force. All right, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't the Irishman banned for exploiting the Silver Surfer bug? I played him in RTA today, so there was a player that was buying a lot of Silver Surfer offers. They're supposed to be limited, and this person bought them multiple times. I think the dev blog said that there was a bunch of people that bought it once, but there was one person that bought it multiple times, and I think we're talking about the same person, Dante Sparta. I don't want to name that person by name just in case the accusations are incorrect, but I think that person bought the offers many times and was banned. I'm not sure if it was a temporary ban or a permanent ban. I know a lot of people that were buying those Silver Surfer offers got temporary 3-day bans. I don't know what happened exactly to the person that bought many offers over that time. So I'm assuming he at least minimum got a temporary ban, but I don't know. It could also be someone with the exact same name. It could be someone that bought that person's account and kept it. I guess if they got banned though, they wouldn't be able to sell the accounts. I don't know. There's a few different explanations, but last I heard, it might have been a temporary ban. So yeah, and it's kind of weird as far as the Silver Surfer bug. It allowed people to buy more stuff in the game, which is kind of a weird thing to punish people for. So that was a weird thing back in the day, because it's like, hey, you're coming to my store buying this stuff. Oh, we got to ban you because you bought it too much. And I know that wasn't with the true spirit of the game, but if you look at it from a brick and mortar store, that's kind of a weird thing to be punishing someone for. So I don't know. It wasn't like it was a special sale offer. It was just people were supposed to buy it at the maximum 2 times. But since then, since all that time, they've had multiple Silver Surfer offers. They're not trying to make them limited. So yeah, I don't know what the status of that person is at this time. All right, with Eternals having the arena tag too, do you think that will stand to work in Grand Arena? If so, would you like to see a ton of new characters also having this trait? Also, what shape do you think Arena will be in when Grand Tournament comes out? So we got a few different questions here. The Eternals tag having the Arena tag. Yes, so they're supposed to be Arena. Now, the original rumor from our brother Drew was that there's 5 Eternals being tested for Grand Tournament. I've heard rumors that Grand Tournament got delayed, which means that they're releasing these 2 Eternals now, which means we're getting the other 3 later. That's all rumors though. That may, and even if they were accurate at the time, Scopely changes a lot of stuff. So that's the latest that I've heard. So I think that Eternals should work in Grand Arena also, but I don't know. Things get changed so often. It's hard to make any kind of accurate predictions with that. If so, would you expect a ton of new characters having this trait? I would like to see some characters that are good for Grand Arena and Arena. I don't know if I'd want to have that specific trait though, like the Eternals have with being viable in Arena and Dark Dimension, or just using them in specific nodes. I like viability in many different modes, so I would prefer them more universal and be able to use in raids and war and things like that. Also, what shape do you think Arena will be in when Grand Tournament comes out? Probably the same. You know, obviously with Eternals coming out, the meta looks like it's shifting to other teams. So I don't know what the team will be when Grand Tournament comes out. There'll probably be a few meta shifts, maybe 1 or 2 meta shifts between now and when Grand Tournament comes out. So the teams will be different, but I think Arena is going to be pretty much the same. I think the structure of Arena, I think those slingshot mechanics that are very, very annoying, but probably never will be addressed by the devs. I don't know if that's a concern for them. It's still probably going to be there. The rewards are going to be the same. We're going to have that Arena orb. All the stuff except for the meta teams is probably going to be exactly the same in Arena. That's my prediction, but who knows? Who knows if Grand Tournament got delayed months or weeks or years? I don't know. We'll have to see. But that's my prediction. If you guys want to leave some predictions in the comments, leave it there. Lock in your predictions, and the date will be tagged along with your prediction. All right, Valley. It has been a while since I've asked a question, but I have one and a cool side note. Nice. All right. Do you think all legendary releases moving forward will be mythic, or will we have a few regular ones? I don't think they're going to do regular ones anymore. I think that's just the name that they added on because now they want ISO 8 being required for stuff. So I think they're all going to be mythic from now on, because if you think about it, what would the incentive for them to be to release a non-mythic character? Oh, it's a legendary event. Let's get all excited. This one is not going to be as good as the past 2 that were mythic. This is just a normal one. But this is a character that you're probably going to want to grind for anyway. Just doesn't make sense to me. So I think they're just going to be mythic from now on. And some of my old questions for some advice from my friend Kilowog. What is up, brother? I hope you will be pleased to know that his roster got a positive review from Tony Scungili recently. Oh, yeah, baby. Love it. Love the positive reviews. And shout out to Tony Scungili. I hope he's doing well. All right. Valley, Scopely recently posted in-game that there's 3 days left for the event store, but the in-game mail says there's just over 5 days left. I've got enough candy saved up to get a free 5-star Lady Deathstrike. The sudden change to the event store will mean I now need to core to get my 5th character. This is a completely unethical way of doing business. Players plan based on the info they're given, and they just change the rules whenever they want. Is this a typo like they've done in the past, or a FU to the player base? So honestly, I don't know if this is a FU. I think if we look at their history, yes, they do some unplayer friendly things. They charge for a few things, but most of the biggest egregious things are just flat out errors that they have no way of solving for some time now. All these bugs, they keep happening. I think this is another error. There's a lot of miscommunication that's been going on at Scopely in 2021. Hopefully that improves. I don't know whether to feel optimistic about that or not, or simply they didn't count and know which date the new patch was releasing. They didn't change the date of the store to the master patch. Honestly, I think a lot of this has to do with the Silver Samurai and removing the flag. I think them having to delay that release, because normally, except for this time with Silver Samurai, on a date that the patch drops, there's normally a character that's dropping with that. So I think that screwed up a lot of things. So we might have one in-game mail with one date that they forgot to change, and they forgot to change the dates of the store. So yeah, I think it's just what is the saying? Don't attribute to malice, which could be attributed to incompetence, or it's not incompetence, but pretty much the same thing. All right, so that I think there's a lot of you know, non-detailed thinking over at Scopely. And again, it just feels wrong. Not sure if I'd waste my cores or if I have any time to plan my shorts to get it like I'm say, can you please clarify? Thanks, brother. So we actually have a message about this in the Envoy chat in the public section. And what Lori says is the correct time is the one on the store. So if we go in game right now and look at the store, the supply section, the supply store for the candy. All right, let's close these offers. But boom. It says 2 hours. Oh, excuse me. 5 days and 2 hours. This is the correct one. That is what Lori said in the public section of the Envoy chat. If that turns out to be inaccurate, because you never know nowadays with Scopely, even their official communications get switched sometimes. That is what was communicated to us. So boom, this is what's supposed to be going on. The 5 days left, not the 3 days left. This is what caused a lot of confusion for people. This says 3 days left right now, and you can see the in-game mail right now. And then when we go to the store, it says 5 days. But what was communicated to us in the Envoy chat is this is the correct one. So 5 days should be the correct one. I know it's shady. I don't think they mean it to be shady though. I think they just don't double check their work. They don't play test enough. They don't double check enough. And I think that's what the issue is with this one. All right, but last but not least, let's go to the next question here. Valley, quick question. What are the odds that 2 new Eternals will require miasma? Oh, man. I think the odds, unfortunately, kind of high based on the scope. Actually, they just did miasma. Hopefully, they're moving on to some other stuff. I think a 70% chance. I'll go just so I'm a little more positive than you. I'll go a 60% chance that at least one of them require miasma. I hope I'm wrong. I hope you're wrong, though. And I hope they require some totally different gear. All right, Ultimates and Thanos on both Eternals. I think there's a synergy. I think there's any synergy there. No, probably not. It's kind of like what they did with the Killmonger. You know, he was a war character. He has a war military background. But when Alliance War was released, the military tag, they held it off for game balance reasons. So I think even though Ultimates and Thanos may be Eternals, I think they're going to hold off on that in Marvel Strike Force just for game balance. But miasma, what is their new unique gonna be, guys? Let me know your guesses. I hope it's something totally different that none of the characters are gonna use, but again, we're talking about Scopely here, so it's probably gonna be something like miasma or alien spores or something like that. Yeah, maybe alien spores. They're both aliens. Hey Valley, hope all is well. Is the current raid season the last one to have Silver Surfer shards in it? The infographics and other channels I've looked into say into a while ago said it is, but I'm not entirely convinced. If it is, I'm going to be a handful of shards short of 7 stars again by the end of the season. Has there been any new info where he'll go, if any? So as far as your last question, there's been no new info, but there has been a lot of speculation. As some speculation that I've had, maybe he goes into that Milestones and replaces Emma. I think the timing kind of matches up and when her battle pass ends and when the season for the raids end as well. But let's go back to the what I found here. April 16th, the blog post, and for some reason this one is missing from a lot of the other lists that they have on the Envoy chat. But raid season milestones hurling away to very soon is your chance to earn Silver Surfer shards in the raid season milestones starting April 18th. Participate in Doom Ultimates Beta Gamma Rays with your lines to score points and hit milestones for Silver Surfer shards. It's going for the next 15 seasons. So we just started the 15th season. I went back and calculated. Halloween yesterday was when the 15th season started. However, with all these bugs that they had going on, I distinctly remember them saying they're going to extend it for one more season. So we could have 16 seasons here. I could not go back and find that message though. I can't remember what bug is for, but I do remember there was a bug with milestones or something that affected milestones. It may have been when the game was delayed. The game launch was delayed and nobody could log in. It may have been for that, but I do remember them saying that they're going to extend it. Now, whether they remember to do that or not, that is another story. So at one point, at least back in April, this was supposed to be the final one. I think that has changed though. I believe we have one more season. And for anybody that is short of getting Silver Surfer or very close to getting his shards, I hope that we do get another season. So yeah, and let me know your guesses. Where you think he's going to end up after this raid season milestone, and who, if any character, is going to end up in there. Maybe one of these Eternals are going to end up in there. Let me know what you would like, and hopefully this video was helpful for you. Hopefully it helped you make some decisions in your roster. Hopefully it was entertaining for you, provided some value for you. And if it did, hit that subscribe button. We got more Marvel Strike Force content, and ring that bell, guys. Join the notification squad. I will see you guys next time. Check out some of my other videos before you go. We do a lot of Marvel Strike Force as well as some other content on this channel. So check that out. Check me out on social media and give me that Hulk fist bump before you go. Have a great rest of your day, and I hope you had a great Halloween, guys. ValleyFlyin out. Good luck with Omega Red tonight.